On's anger. On was in the living room building a tower, the tallest tower he'd ever built. His grandfather was in the kitchen making dinner. On, grandfather called out. Dinner is ready. On added a yellow block and smiled. The tower was almost as tall as he was. Now the red one, On whispered, placing a red block on the very top. Grandfather came in from the kitchen. What a wonderful tower. It's not done yet, On told him. Come sit down, Grandfather said. You can play more after we eat. He set the plates on the table and returned to On, who was balancing a green block on top of the red one. Put your blocks down now, said Grandfather. Dinner is getting cold. On wanted to keep playing. He opened his mouth to speak, but his bottom lip quivered, and the words wouldn't come. On's eyes filled with tears, and he started to cry. Grandfather tried to put his arm around On, but On pushed him away, knocking the tower over and sending the blocks flying. Go away! I hate you! On shouted. You're upset, said Grandfather. Please go to your room and sit with your anger. I'll come in when you're calm and able to talk. On ran to his room and leapt onto his bed. His cries grew so strong he could feel them all the way down in his belly. How do I sit with my anger, he wondered. I'm so angry, angry, angry. Finally, said a voice. I was hoping you would notice me. On lifted his head and came face to face with a hairy red creature. Who are you? Asked On, and how did you get into my room? I'm your anger, said the creature. You brought me here. My anger? The anger nodded. Did Grandfather see you come in? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Don't worry, On. I'm not a stranger. I'm the part of you that comes out when things don't go your way. I'm right here every time you get angry. I know you feel scared when I'm around. I can make you cry and want to hit things. I can even make you say mean things to people you love. On's anger started to turn the knob of the bedroom door. Come on, he said. I'll show you. On was tempted, but Grandfather had said to stay in the room. Wait, On called. Maybe we can do something in here. On's anger turned and extended his hairy hand. I know just the thing, he said. On took his anger's hand, and together they danced all around the room. They raised their arms overhead and spun wide circles. They used their breath to make sounds like a strong, howling wind. They got down on their knees and pounded the ground with their hands. It sounded like they were playing drums on the earth, and On liked that. Finally, they were exhausted and ready to be still. On and his anger sat together silently. They sat. They breathed in, they breathed out. And they sat some more. I don't like to say mean things to people, said On, but sometimes I can't help it. I can help you, said his anger. How can you help? I thought you were the one who was making me do these things in the first place. That's true, but I'm also your friend. Whenever you feel angry, you should come sit with me. After we spend some time together, you might feel better. Spending time with you is kind of fun, On said. Do you want to stay for dinner? I think I'll be gone before dinner, said his anger. Are you sure? Asked On. We're having ice cream for dessert. On's anger smiled, and On smiled back. On was tired. He took a deep breath and let out a little sigh. And when he did, his anger became smaller. On and his anger continued to breathe together. With each in-breath, On's anger got a little bit smaller, and with each out-breath, On felt a little better. On heard a gentle tapping on his bedroom door. It was Grandfather. Grandfather and On sat together. I'm sorry I didn't listen, said On. I was really angry. I wanted to keep playing. Grandfather took On in his arms. Thank you for your kind words, he said. I sat with my anger like you asked. An said. But we didn't just sit. We danced and played, too. Do you want to meet him? An looked up, but his anger was gone. Grandfather, said An, do you know what happened? I think I do, said Grandfather. You took good care of your anger, and it went away. That's right, said An. How did you know? When I was a little boy, I met with my anger, too. Really? Was it because of blocks? No, laughed Grandfather. There were no blocks, just frogs, a lily pond, and a sun that wouldn't set. Come, let's eat dinner, and I'll tell you my story.